Hola, thank you for stopping by. All are welcome, all are very welcome. And again, thank you for stopping in. So, let me know what's going on. Hope all is going good. The weather here is really getting warm, and I love summer weather. So, anyway, we're going to pick up where we left off. So, Alan has passed away from a massive heart attack. And he had actually been to the doctor about 2 months, they had said, before complaining of heartburn. And they said it was just heartburn, but he was actually having minor heart attacks. So Junie is saying, my eldest son sometimes reminded me so much of my brother by acting so much like him. I would slip and call him my brother's name. My family and I have survived Alan's death, and we're somehow moving on with our everyday life. It's funny how you miss loved ones, and the older you get, the faster it seems time passes. Eventually, years had passed, and I could still see all of my late loved ones as clear as day in my mind. I'm talking about loved ones such as grandma and grandpa who have been gone for almost 35 years. Well, things were going really good with the new marriage. To be honest, I was very happy. And so were the kids and Lisa. Even our dogs got along great. We all had a lot in common. So we did a lot of things together and quite a bit of traveling, like day trips. I'd always been one to get around. To me, there was always something to see and someplace to go. Time was passing fast. Our house had truly become a home for us and our visitors, with our frequent get-togethers or meals going on at a moment's notice. Of course, we had big bills to pay monthly, but we were making it and having a good time. Days turned into months, months turned into years. The next thing I knew, me and old girl, that's Lisa, were not having any marital problems. Along with my ex-wife, and I have remained great buddies. She was a fantastic person. She just had gone through problems and couldn't seem to accept the help to help bring her out of those troubles. Lisa's daughter had been messing with drugs, and we were trying to straighten her out for some time. Seems like for a week or two she'd do better, then get a little worse than she was even before. I was a drug and alcohol counselor, so I had experience dealing with this sort of thing, but she was different. The people I dealt with came to me because they wanted help to get better. But with her, she wasn't coming for help. We were trying to convince her to get help, and it wasn't working. After more than a year of trying to help someone that didn't want help at that point, I settled back to let things run their course and just, be support to everybody, especially to Lisa. Even through all the drug-related turmoil her daughter was going through, Amy never strayed away from the family. She was always around several times a week and at family gatherings. Our boys were doing pretty good, no major problems for them. I was feeling pretty well, no real health problems, but it was time for me to have a checkup. Close to 2 years ago, I'd had a stress test done and it came back fine. Lisa made my doctor appointment, and when the date came, we both went for my checkup. Afterwards, we went to lunch by the ocean, and then went by my parents' house. We told them about my test and that I would hear the results within 2 days. I've gotten the test results back now. And the doctor said I had a blockage, an artery, and instead of doing a heart bypass, they were suggesting I have angioplasty to clear the blockage. So I notified my family and friends. Seems everyone was waiting with bated breath to find out. I had told myself the surgery shouldn't be a big deal. I had the best cardiac surgeon in the area, and he was well known for doing heart surgeries. Even a few people in my family members had used this doctor and never had any problems. So everyone seemed to be a bit upset about the news. People were coming by my house to see me and talk to me before my day stay surgery. George, my best friend, came by this one evening when he got off from work to see me. We talked and laughed, discussed my angioplasty, and he said he'd see me later, and off he went. He got home, and after thinking about me for a while, he got back in his car and drove all the way back to my house to tell me. I've never said this to anyone before, but I had to come back to tell you I love you. I was surprised as hell at him because hearing him say something like this, he was the type of guy that covered up his emotions. It felt good to have my buddy open up after 25 years of knowing each other. The next day, George had come by earlier that day to check me out. We discussed the surgery, cars, and everything else that was going on in our lives. While he was in my driveway, my parents and younger sister pulled up. My brother and I had known George for over 25 years, and he was really close with my brother too. But yet, this was his second time only me or seeing my family. He gave everyone a hug of greeting and really enjoyed hugging my sister. He found her to be quite attractive and liked the feel of her ample breasts when he hugged her. After a while, George left and headed home. My family and I went inside to sit down in the living room to discuss our plans and what time we'd meet to go to the hospital. Also, my mom was cooking me lamb shanks for dinner Sunday. My father had been retired for over 25 years. My mother worked part-time. The plan was while Lisa was at work, my father would come to my place every day to keep an eye on me. I would enjoy him spending days with me. We always had a lot to talk about. We liked hunting, fishing, admired nature, and he was a good cook, and so was I. My oldest son was overseas, and the youngest son had returned home from the military a few weeks ago. He was out every day pounding the pavement looking for employment. My boys had become brilliant, caring young men, if I do say so myself. I was confident that he'd find a good job soon. My youngest has said he'd stay home for the next few days to take care of me, but I knew my father would enjoy helping out. After my family and I had talked and hugged as usual, we are a very huggy, kissy family. Off they went and left. So Sunday early afternoon, we piled into my parents' house ready to eat. The food smelled so good. We could smell before we even got in the door. So Mom was in the kitchen putting on her finishing touches while I went into Dad's study to talk and watch television for a while. Taz came into the door to tell Dad and I the food was ready, talking in a Jamaican accent. She was always doing some sort of accent, nobody knows why. That's just her thing. So we gathered at the table with our full plates and said our grace and gave thanks to God before we dug in. After we'd eaten, mine and Lisa's kids left shortly after the meal. Then Lisa and I left earlier than we normally did because I was scheduled for surgery tomorrow morning. I had to be there by 7 a.m. So we all met Monday morning in the admitting area. Most people don't have an entourage with them, but like it was said earlier, we do travel in packs. So we're going to stop there. Again, thank you guys for stopping in. It is truly appreciated. And drop me a message. Be kind to yourself. Be thankful. And enjoy yourself. And stay safe. So, thank you for stopping in. I will talk to you soon. Leave me a message. I would greatly appreciate it. I want to hear what's on you guys' mind. And that's about it. I will talk to you soon. Peace.